Hey, hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Whatever you are doing. Got a few. Oh, he says famous before. Up and firing. Stir this up a little bit more. Still not stirred up. Apothecary white and the grey are notorious for splitting. Like that one. The grey. See how much it's split? Almost there. This is where the vortex mixer comes into its own. I'm able to hear it. Yeah. Already mixing it in. So I would say if you do have the pennies spare, get hold of a vortex mixer. Like this one here. I would put it on camera, but the lead isn't long enough. Where I got it plugged in. So I'm able to get all the white and all the grey done. And then I'm popping out for a bite to eat with the family. So I've got a few hours I can do bits and pieces. I got these all varnished up this morning before I popped out. There you go. All stirred up. Do a few more. Pretty much done. Yeah. Alright, so I need to get the purple a minute. Where's the purple? Purple. Oh, there's a little bit I missed on these. Oh. Get the grey. I've used the boiling hot water trick to try and sort out the tip a little bit. Don't worry. There you go. That should be brighter for everyone. Got a long day of painting tomorrow. Hello, Munch. What do you think of the audio levels now? You've been cracking on with your bolt action, haven't you? Yeah, I spent the morning helping Dad for about 4 or so hours. Kind of. It was nice. I haven't been able to actually spend a lot of time with him. With everything that's been going on recently. It was a bit weird. In a nice way. I'm not going to go into the touchy-feely of it, to be blunt, but yeah, it was kind of it was nice. Hopefully, later on today, having a meal with them over at the farm. Nice. Yeah, it was like it was genuinely nice. It was genuinely nice. Being upfront and honest. My family's not overly touchy-feely. We're not, but you do have your family dynamics and stuff like that. And it was just nice spending time. It was just nice. Yeah, 100%. It was nice having that quality time. Why does it keep muting it? Yeah, so I'm gonna spend a bit of time, obviously cracking on with these Desert Raiders. Trying to get all the whites down. I'm gonna change up the haircut. Gonna give one of them ginger hair. But yeah, it was just really nice. Just really nice. Nothing fancy. Went to pick up some sheep equipment. No. No, you cheeky sod. I, if I remember correctly, because I'm not great with knowledge on farm equipment for sheep and lambs. It's I believe it's meant to be, one moment. I think I'm missing. What? It's it's like an enclosure to have the sheep in when you need to give them their treatments and stuff, like the pest treatments. Makes it easier, so they walk in, you close it off, give the treatments, walk in, like the flea and worming treatments. All jokes aside, is actually quite an important bit of gear. Yeah, all jokes aside, I think it's actually supposed to be quite an important bit of gear. Oh yeah, I know, I know, I know. I know what your sense of humour can get like, mister. That's why I'm not rising to it. Yeah, it's all good. I tried the boiling hot water method for straightening out for straightening out the bristles. It seems to have worked. Oh yeah, 100%. You asked me about cows and pigs and stuff like that. I'll be able to give you a bit more of information. I could do educated guesses on horses, because I've got friends of mine that were horse riders and are horse riders. So, you know, I've got that knowledge I can pull on. But sheep and goats and stuff, oh dear God, no. Chickens, fine with. Geese, oh jog on, they are vicious buggers. They can take a running leap. Take a flying leap, they can. Oh, they are more vicious guard dogs than guard dogs themselves. Pigs are pretty easy as long as you know what you're doing. It may sound a bit counterintuitive, but as long as you got some common sense, you'll be fine. Right. Geese are just evil. Evil. They are evil. Simple as that. Don't care. You may love them. Fine. Good for you. They are just evil incarnate. They are. Simple as that. Evil. Was gonna get a spike cow to wind the neighbours up. Not a cow, but a bull, just to mess and stuff. Just pointless, yeah. Yeah, I gave these a varnish yesterday, this morning and yesterday. Hoping. Varnish has helped. Letting stuff flow better. A very busy day tomorrow of painting and basing. We'll finish these off. If all I've got to do tomorrow is the red, the metallics, and the basing, I will be happy. Because I use the terracotta for the basing of my desert bases. But I've already printed out my next painting project that I'm doing for myself. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Not an actual model that you can play with. The diorama kind of piece. And it's going to be interesting because I'm going to see how much I can use like sponging techniques for painting it up. And weathering it up and things. Oh yeah, but no, this is actually a like a painting challenge I've been given. All jokes aside, is a painting challenge that I'm actually quite excited to give it a go. In all fairness, I think I could easily do it in a week, if that. I'll grab it in a bit. It's currently drying from the washing. See what people think. I think it'd be a nice palette cleanse from painting all this infantry as well. I'll grab it in a minute once I've done these heavy weapons because they keep drying. Neighbors' kids are yelling like anything again. Can't tell if the kids are getting strangled or what. Wouldn't surprise me. What, Darwin the dog? There is actually a dog, I believe, called Darwin in the area. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I was just trying to make light of it because there is a dog, I believe, in the area as well. Darwinism. Survival of the fittest. Did not. Yes, just in case no one knew. 2 seconds. This is shrunk down heavily from the original file. Still drying from its wash. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, so it's a helmet that's been blasted open. in a bit. I'll get the boiling. I'll get the kettle going, so I can strip off the supports and then show people it without the supports. I think a nice little project like that, I think it'd be nice. Just something enjoyable to paint, and I don't need to worry about rules or mechanics or anything like that. It's just something that's cool, bit different. I can go to town on it, like damage, weather it up. Is it going to be more of a skeleton in there, or is it a fresh wound kind of thing? Yeah, just have fun. Yeah, 100%. I can just have fun with it. Oh yeah, 100%. Having quirky, cool ideas like your, armored up tractor, stuff like that. It's just fun. But I'm not even thinking about, I'm not even worried about what chapter I'm going to do with it. I could do Dark Angels. I could do Black Templar. I could do Ultramarine. Because I do like the Ultramarine, like, Lieutenant, helmet. Because I think that'll be quite nice, where it's, the blue with the red and then the white stripe. It would be quite interesting to see how I could paint that. Night Lords, anything. But, like, all jokes aside, I could do a little, depending on how much I enjoy painting it, I could just paint a bunch of them up. Loads of different ones. But I could. Depends if I enjoy it. Depends if I enjoy it. I could do a little, like, thing. Paint up one a month of the different founding legions. People will be like, oh, why is there loyalists? Why have you painted up one as Thousand Suns? I don't care. Belisar is cool. Had a little bit of fun time with the Gene Seed and made a loyalist one. There you go, done. There's my headcanon. It'd be cool, wouldn't it? Well, I think it'd be cool. Now I'm the one painting it. That was a thing today as well. Took Dad to the Roach Big Services for the first time. He'd never actually been in there. He's always driven past it, but he's never been in the actual services before. Oh, this is a big services boy. I was like, yep. He's been to other big services. Oh, hello, JP. Hello, working on the Mimic. Nice. Nice. tomorrow's going to be a lot of fine tuning and detail work and stuff, I do think. Yeah, when I've done all this white, I'll get some hot water, peel off those supports, and then we'll have a closer look. I've done it at 30 microns. I cannot wait until hopefully I get a higher resolution printer down the line. Just to see, you know, the difference. Oh yeah, it is. Oh no, 100% it is. I was just seeing there's printers out there, because the printer technology's got better and cheaper. I can get a printer that is like triple the resolution, even though the one I got is good for its resolution. But it goes from a 7-inch screen print bed to a 10-inch one. And when you look at sizes like that, it's like, oh, it's only 3 inches. All jokes aside, that's actually quite a difference, because there's some stuff that I want to print out which is quite large, and it doesn't fit on my print bed. It just doesn't fit without spending forever and a day slicing it into pieces. And the printers I've been looking at, they're the same price now as what I bought my current one at, like, a couple years back. You know, it's kind of starting to think of it that way. You know, the technology is just developed that much in such a short amount of time. The thing is, the idea is then, my current printer, if and when I get a newer one, and when, I still use my current one for, like, bits jobs. Like shoulder pads and stuff like that, because it's perfect for those kind of jobs. And then the bigger one is, funnily enough, for bigger jobs. Like vehicles and busts and statues and, like I said, larger things. Because I'll show you in a minute what I mean by difference in size once I've done all these white head garments, because they can be drying when I'll show people. but it's quite stark. But yeah, there's tanks I would love to print out, but my print bed is like an inch too not long enough or wide enough. It's just that it's like negligible, but it makes a difference. If that makes sense. So do you get to... No, all of this is going to work. But basically, I'm restarting my own ones anyway. I'll probably be looking at getting these new sculpts, because these are new sculpts to them, to go with the existing sculpts. So if I ever get round to doing the Talons again, I'll just start fresh, if that makes sense. Need to get that out in a minute and do his strap around his knee. Yeah, what's everyone up to this weekend then? What's everyone up to? Probably know what I'm up to. Talons. I was planning this week on getting the garage all sorted so I can actually start doing training there. That is going to be a next weekend jobby. Well, tomorrow it's Parade Remembrance Day, so I'm going to get... Yeah, no, that's understandable. I would go to that kind of thing tomorrow, but I'm really struggling to spare any time. That's the genuine problem. Not great. Doing that at all. I don't know if Munch, you'll recognise the grenade launcher. Oh yeah, yeah. It reminds me of the Praetorian one. Oh, Mordian one. Sorry. Oh, true, true. I just remember that one quite fondly. The only grenade launcher one I actually ever owned. I owned very few actual Imperial Guard back in the day. Oh, that's all good. What we'll do in a bit, we'll have a gander through. After I do this commission and stuff, I can get back to doing showcase stuff more regularly. But yeah, I do love seeing it. 100%. I love seeing it. I love seeing people's work. Kind of gives me the buzz and the kick up the backside to work on it. Eventually. Also, I may be getting into Flames of War as well. At some point. People will be like, what? Why? Why not? You love that bot. I will say that bot is clever. And it's useful. Welcome back. Welcome back, good sir. Oh, itchy. Itchy back. Just gonna tidy the models. Okay? Hello, how are you doing? I may add the texture. How much time have I got left? I've got less than 2 hours left. I may put some colour on the flag. I won't worry about the red rope yet. I'll put the texture paste on because at least that can be drying while I'm out. But I'll get some hot water in a minute. Peel off the supports off of that Space Marine helmet. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Oh, and I got paint eyeballs. Yay. Heresy, yeah. Whee! Spin. Gonna put some wash over one of these. Deep here. Put over the flag. And I'm gonna get the kettle boiling in a moment. That's worked. Two seconds. Into the dip. I think I heard support popping. That came off surprisingly well. Now, I am just going to get rid of this hot water. Not careful. I will fill it on myself. I am so impressed by that. There's my nice fluffy. That I love it. Came out so well. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I wish I had a space marine beside me so you can have a scale. One moment. Space marine. That's cool. So cool that is. I love that. Oh my god. Painted up as Legion of the Damned. Have like a fiery glow coming out from the eye socket. Oh. That's so cool. It's nice when you find something like that and it just comes out. I like that. As I said, this is like 30% of the original scale. So. And big. Yeah. If I'd done it like 100% scale, which I couldn't because it wouldn't fit on my bed. But if I'd done it any bigger, I would have to hollow it because it would have just ate resin. Yeah. Like that. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tiny. Those conversion bits are actually on my site, printed. They're from Great Tide Studios, their Cursed Company expansion. And kind of resisted doing a Legion of the Damned Force because I've got so many projects. But yeah. Just, yeah. Love it. Absolutely love it. I love it when things come together. Like I'm painting up just quick, nice, straightforward Maxminis for a commission. These are the Desert Raiders. I'm painting up a bunch. Just very happy with them. Very straightforward techniques. Nothing fancy. Just get them nice and presentable. Yes, hope everyone's keeping well. I love that. Sorry, I'm just so ecstatic about that. Because if I remember correctly, I tilted it backwards a little bit. And it just came out so... I'm going to have to take photos of that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. How are you keeping? What are you up to? Okay, so... Work in progress a minute. Yeah, so Munch has been having a bit of fun with certain bolt action figures. And I just love the fact there's so much variety. It's just amazing. Like, Jazz is a phenomenal painter. Phenomenal painter. And we've got bots who just hit bashes and converts and goes above and beyond. Like, the detail was just amazing. Then we got Apothecary, which can just blast out forces like no one's business. And it's just... he loves streak and grime as well, and I can't blame him. Streak and grime just with that grim dark look. Just like talent in a bottle. Fair enough, good sir. Panto. That is a particular missile launcher. I think that's the spring-loaded one, isn't it? And that's a charity miniature. I missed out on buying it, but never know what the future holds. I'm following a few mini painting live streams, trying to learn how it's done. So I like to try it myself. Oh yeah, 100%. Bazooka. Oh, is it? Oh, it was the bazooka. And here's Daisy, the armoured tractor. You're more than welcome to join the Discord. If you do have Discord options, you are more than welcome. This I printed out for Munchie through my printing services. And it's just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. In a good way. And then yes, someone's gone to town with their bolt action collection. is all based on Home Guard. So for bolt action, let me get this correct a minute. Let me get this correct. Because I've got some of it in front of me right now. When true 28mm. It's just so much fun. So much fun. Honestly, they're not that small. The only reason why they seem to be small is in retrospect to, say, Games Workshop products. Because Games Workshop, what they do is their newer ones, not their old fantasy, let's say AOS and 40k, is they do 32mm heroic scale. The heroic scale, I went to have a tour around Warlord last weekend. And we were talking about scales and stuff like that. Because they have 28mm scale. But they were saying they can't do it true scale. They do the body and stuff as true as they can. But the weapons can't be true scale because the barrel of the rifle would be like a hair. If you think about it, in thickness, it wouldn't work. So they have to largen that up. It makes sense. It's part of the manufacturing process. But Games Workshop, with the heroic scale, it enlarges the proportions of, say, the limbs. The height may be correct for 32mm scale, but the limbs, the hands, the heads and stuff are bigger. They're more pronounced and larger. That's the whole heroic part of it. So that's why they look bigger. If you had a 32mm true scale rifleman, for example, and then you put that beside an Imperial Guardsman, or Astra Militarum as they call them now, there'd be quite the difference. Even though they're both 32mm scale. It's how you scale inside of the scaling. It's the proportions and stuff. Hopefully that kind of clarifies it. Yeah, true Diddy scale is when you start looking at, like, oh my god, I saw some of the stuff up there, and TT Combat have dropped Zone. They are 8mm scale, I want to say. 5 or 8mm scale. That is Diddy. That is tiny. Tiny, 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 tiny. That is silly tiny. Make sure all my stuff is good. Alright, I'm going to pop to the toilet a moment. And then I'm going to come back. And start painting up. Oh, pardon me. Or not painting up. Absolutely, I'm painting infinity models. Those are more towards true scale. Yep. Though barrels and weapons are generally... Yeah, so they're bigger. Because the way one of the lead designers explained to me for Warlord, because I went around the tour and they were explaining it, and it makes sense. If you had the barrel of a rifle scaled the same scaling as the human, it'd be the length of a bristle, as in a bristle for your broom, not a bristle on a brush, but on your broom, and that would be way too thin. It just would not work. The best material for allowing that to get that small is plastic, like, you know, the more flexy plastic. But even that, it would just snap in 2 seconds if you weren't careful. That's why it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, brass rod, if you were going to be like cutting it and stuff like that, but even brass rod, they were talking about it, it would have to be like 1mm and less. So even if you use brass rod or anything like that, it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't be in the correct scaling. That's why the weapon and the barrels are made a bit more chunky for the limitation of producing the model. Whether that's metal, resin, or plastic, there's limitations for the material flowing. But I have seen people, what they use is stiff bristle brushes, the ones that you use for cleaning your house or the porch and things like that, and you snip it off. So you, like an aerial on the back of like Heresy Marines, Mark 6 Marines, for example. You snip off the plastic aerial, you pilot drill, and you put the bristle bit in as your aerial, so it flicks. That's less likely to snap. But that is closer to scale, but it's still like 4 or 5 times too big. That's when you start looking at true scale dioramas, and you start seeing people use I've seen people the electrical cable, and when you see the copper wiring, it's twisted. It's multiple thin strands. What they'll do if they want to get really close to that scale, they'll unfurl that like 10 strand bit of copper and get one of the strands out and straighten that. That is getting as close as you can. But yes, 100%. Brass rod, things like that, they're just sturdier. They are smaller, but they are sturdier. But when you see the dioramas, like historical dioramas, I say like modern history, like World War II, where you see like a jeep parked up and there's infantrymen around it and stuff like that, and they've got the antennas and the different gear. That's what they kind of use. Hopefully that makes somewhat more sense of it. Just for that scaling, it makes you realize that if people are very much in the mindset that they get introduced into wargaming through, say, Games Workshop, because they have amazing marketing. They know what they're doing from a business point of view. When people then start going down the rabbit hole of true scaling, it's a rabbit hole. You really can get lost down. I made tiny minis a while ago using needles. Make forks, axe handles, could work for true scale barrels. Yes, oh, 100%. Yeah. That that would be as close to true scale as you could get. Like, genuinely, that would be that. But that is using tweezers, magnifying glasses, and pulling your hair out. It'd be very much a product of passion for that. As I said, be right back. I'm just going to pop blue a minute. Okies. No worries, good sir. No worries. You crack on. I am going to try and get some basing done. Probably going to be a very long streaming session. Right. This is going to be an interesting bit. How much can I put on to cover up all the striations? Barrel them out. I needed. 2 coats to cover up all the ridges. Hello, Munch. Oh, hello, Tenebrum. I was I'm not expecting the laugh coming from you, good sir. How are you doing? How are you doing, good sir? I think that actually woke the dogs a little bit, funnily enough. But yeah, how are you keeping? Oh, nice. I'm alright. Spent the morning with my dad, actually. Helping him with, getting some sheep, gear. I'm gonna do with... I'm not great with knowledge on sheep and stuff like that. If you ask me about cows and pigs and other animals, I'm fine. Chicken. But not really with sheep. Because it's like enclosure bit that when you need to give them treatments and stuff like that, like flea and worming and stuff like that, all those kind of things, it holds them in place. Went for a jaunt with him. Because mother's feeling better somewhat, I'm taking over some dinner, and then we're gonna have some late birthday thing because it was my dad's birthday 10 days before mine. I'm gonna have a meal, a bite to eat. Obviously, with mum's immune system being shot, can't really go out in hyper crowded places. I was like, well, why don't I just bring stuff over? As an option. And on me, I'm just sorting out this texture paste. Yeah, it was nice. Strange, but nice. Just texturing up some of these bases so they can dry well and out, because I've still got more to do. I've got metallics to do, and then I've got the red rope to do. Washes and weathering bases, and then they're done. So I got a long day of painting tomorrow. Yeah, how's the pizza going down? Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah, we were supposed to have had like the thing last weekend, but obviously me and Kelly were up Nottingham. And got to take it as it comes, with obviously mum's treatments and stuff like that, which is easier said than done. Got to take it as it comes. Got to take it as it comes. Ooh, very nice. Never really had a fish pizza before, but been told if you do, it's one of those ones that are a bit Marmite. You either love them or you hate them. But if you do love, you love them, quids in. Quids in, 100%. Ah, this is one thing. Before I head off in a moment, I need to head off in a wee bit to make sure the dog's all good so we can crack on. Done a bit of printing for a little project for myself to do after I've done these desert dwellers or raiders or whatever they're called. Oh, nice. That makes sense. I've done this. I printed this out. And it's so different and so cool. I scaled it down to 30% of the original file. That's how big the original file would be. Like, you can imagine how big it would be. Well, it could be a dead one, or it could be grievously wounded. But part of me, after putting it beside this model, I'm tempted to paint it up like a Legion of the Damned, and somehow do a glow effect emanating from the eye. Something a bit different. Because it was so straightforward for me to print this out, it doesn't come pre-supported the file, which is a shame. But I just used a few tricks and got it printed. I could do like different ones. If I was going to do bigger, I would need to hollow it out. Or if I then had a working FDM printer, big printed out, you know what I mean? A big showpiece one. Yeah, it is really, really cool. Really different, which I like a lot. Still got plenty more to paint. But it's definitely getting there. It's just the head. It's just the head. But yeah, the file can be very big. Very, very, very big. To the point it doesn't fit on my print bed. That's how big it gets. I think it's more designed to be on an FDM printer. But obviously with 3D printing, you can scale it however you want. Depending on the quality of the file, you can scale it up. Or you can scale it down. It's, completely up to you. And obviously the file. Yeah, before I head off in a moment, I'm going to just try and do a few more. I'm going to be going AFK because then I'll be sorting out the doggies, getting everything ready, and then going over, getting food, and going over to the folks. Because I'm getting it all ready because Kelly is back work today. And she just wants to be able to get home, change her clothes, then we can crack on. Famous last words. Oh, it's all good. It's one of these ones that's why I do the printing services. I've actually got a custom commission that I'm going to be starting shortly. I just need to order some more resin to start it up. Like the armoured tractor that Munchie has painted up was one that I printed for him. You kick back, good sir. For these slots, I'm gonna have to go and grab some matches because I saw a little trick. I want to give it a go. Where you cut the matches like in half, take off the red end, cut them in half, and they're perfect size for filling in the slots. That's what I'm going to be doing in a minute. Been walking all day, had a friend of a kiddo. Oh, like that. Okay, fair enough, good sir. Fair enough. But yes, I am going to... No worries. No worries. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming pretty much all day tomorrow. I will definitely give them some treats in a bit before they have their dinner. That's one thing I want to make sure I do. Much appreciated. They love it. They're like, oh, thank you, Unky Tenny. But yes, I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming tomorrow. Because, as I said, I've got all the metallics to do. I've got the red rope to do. I've got washes to do. Tidying up, like, glows and stuff. The basin. All for Monday. All for Monday. Hey ho, it is what it is. But yes, I'm waffling, I'm wabbling, I'm doing all that fun. But yes, we are going to raid on. Thank you for following along. If you haven't already clicked the follow button or the subscribe button, depending on where you're watching me from, please do. Please do. We do have a Discord. You are more than welcome to join in. Yes, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever that may entail. Look after yourself. Look after your loved ones. I shall be around. For now.